Niggas like Yayo talking about, Jay don't take care of.
You spoke about how
Jay don't look
they'll
out
look out for Bleak like Fib look out for you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Ain't nobody taking care of niggas over here, B.
Bruh, Jim Jones didn't just snap. He went full meltdown mode like a Bluetooth speaker at a pool party. Picture this, Memphis Bleak's podcast, a calm room, everybody vibing, until Jim starts barking like someone unplugged his career mid-sentence.
Jay-Z was all business with them.
Jay-Z never really like, all right, Memphis Bleak, you would say is his friend, but it was different for us. I think me and 50 was more friends than Jay-Z. 50 was a cool ass like.
One minute he's chilling, the next he's verbally body slamming Tony Yayo like it's 2005 and G-Unit just stole Dipset's parking spot. And the wild part, Bleak doesn't even mess with Yayo like that. So why was Jones foaming at the mouth like somebody brought up Max B's name during Grace? It's giving build-up trauma meets podcast Mike. The man wasn't just talking, he was unloading 20 years of unfiltered rapper rage.
But he treated us like friends.
I just came off tour.
Right.
When have you seen Bleak on tour? On his own?
I don't need Jay to go on tour. They bugging out here, all these niggas worrying about who taking care of who. We take care of we. Ain't no who take care of who, nigga. You know who doing it. We live. We get money.
Every word dripped with that I've been holding this in since Rockaware jeans were hot energy. Memphis Bleak, the ultimate diplomat, looked like he was trying to stop a nuclear launch with hand sanitizer. Meanwhile, Jim Jones kept swinging at ghosts. Yayo, 50, the internet haters, maybe even his Wi-Fi provider. See, this wasn't just a rant, this was a therapy session in disguise. Jim's been carrying that I built my own empire chip on his shoulder since the Dipset breakup. So when Yayo threw shade, Jim took it personal like the man insulted his grandmother's cooking.
Yo, smoke hard.
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something.
He didn't hear debate. He heard disrespect. And when Jim feels disrespected, someone's about to get a lyrical obituary. The irony? Yayo wasn't even in the room. My guy was chilling somewhere, probably polishing his G-Unit chain, completely unaware that Jim Jones was using his name like seasoning in a revenge stew. Bleak just happened to be the middleman in the crossfire, the Switzerland of hip-hop drama, suddenly hosting World War III. By the end, you could feel it. Jim wasn't arguing about Tony Yayo. He was arguing with every critic who ever said he wasn't on 50's level. Every jab, every flex, every bark was really him screaming, I built this without a sugar daddy. Only Tony Yayo could wake up one morning and decide to beef with the Pope of hip hop.
Hey, what you laughing at, man? You need to put your man on. He look bad. Tell him to hit you with an ounce of something.
You might need 2 ounces, nigga.
That's why
Paid
you
in full
looking to
movie,
see-
nigga. I got a G for every bump in your face, nigga.
Nigga, we getting more money than you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got a G for every bump on your face. Whatever you want, man.
I promise you that, nigga.
That's
I
a
promise
fact.
you that, nigga.
That's why he worrying about
Peon, you broke, nigga. You know
See?
I got it, nigga. What's
Don't-
up? The
ain't
bag is
nobody-
up. The bolsa.
Man looked at Jay-Z, billionaire, Grammy stacked, married to Beyonce, and said, he don't help nobody. That's like calling Oprah stingy because she didn't give you a car. Yayo told Shannon Sharp that Hov never put people on, using Memphis Bleak as Exhibit A. Bro turned a business discussion into an episode of Who's Your Favorite Sugar Daddy? The internet went feral. Memes flew. People started arguing about loyalty like rent was due. But here's the twist, Yayo wasn't entirely lying. Jay's always been a lone wolf mogul. He builds empires, not babysits them. Meanwhile, 50 Cent had Yayo in matching bulletproof vests and vitamin water deals. 2 different schools of hustle. Still, Yayo came off like the kid comparing lunch money. My big bro buys me sneakers. Cool story, but bragging about another man's generosity screams broke energy. Bleak kept quiet, but the culture noticed. Yayo wanted smoke, and he got a forest fire. Bleak tried to keep it classy, then Yayo's shots forced his hand. So Bleak pulled up on Drink Champs and basically said, I'm good on that clown. No direct diss, but the tone screamed, I'm too rich for this nonsense. Bleak's loyalty to Jay-Z runs deeper than Rockaware denim. Seeing Yayo drag Hov publicly was like watching someone diss your mom on live TV. Bleak had to respond. He dropped bars about loyalty, self-made hustle, and how he doesn't need handouts, all while sipping champagne like a man allergic to struggle. And let's be honest, Yayo poked the wrong bear. Bleak's been quiet for years, but he's still industry royalty. When he speaks, it echoes. Yayo woke up the guy who used to trade verses with Jay in Marcy stairwells. That's not smoke you want. When Yayo claimed Jim left stack bundles in the hood to die, the internet gasped like somebody unplugged the aux cord mid-song. That's not rap beef, that's reputation warfare. You don't just throw that kind of shade unless you're ready for thunder. Stack Bundles was family to Jones, Dipset's young prodigy gone too soon. To imply Jim abandoned him? That's like accusing a soldier of leaving his comrade. Even fans who disliked Jim cringed. But Yayo wasn't playing diplomat, he was swinging with emotion. Maybe it was guilt, maybe jealousy, but he lit a fuse that exploded the Dipset G-Unit truce. Overnight, stack bundles became a trigger word. Jim's interviews turned teary, his tone defensive, and Yayo's timeline turned into a war zone. When Jim finally spoke, it wasn't PR Polish, it was pain wrapped in Dior. He said he offered Stack money, houses, even a car, but the man refused to move. You can't save somebody who loves the block more than breath, Jim basically said. And that line hit, because every hustler knows you can drag your boy to the suburbs, but you can't drag the hood out of him. Jim painted himself as the big brother who tried everything. He went from flashy rapper to grieving mentor in seconds. It wasn't an excuse, it was heartbreak. Whether you believe him or not, you felt it. The tragedy wasn't neglect, it was loyalty gone wrong. Stack wasn't just another rapper, he was the blueprint before the blueprint, swagger before ASAP, vision before Virgil, and his death left a scar the game never healed. Jim Jones can't say his name without cracking a little. Every time Yayo drags that story, it reopens an old wound. The culture loved Stack because he felt inevitable. The clothes, the flow, the aura, he was destined for superstardom. So when people whisper that Jim took his style, it stings deep. Jim denies it, of course, but ghosts don't fade, they remix themselves into legends. When Yayo said 50 takes care of me, Jim heard, you need a daddy, so he turned the podcast into a flex off. Rolls Royces, chains, real estate, the man listed assets like a tax return. Ain't nobody feeding me, he barked, eyes blazing. It wasn't insecurity, it was fury disguised as confidence, because deep down Jim hates being compared. He's the hustler who built his brand from snow days and studio nights. No handouts, no babysitting. That's why he went nuclear. He refuses to be labeled anyone's dependent. Most men clap back with words, Yayo clapped back with history. He posted Max B, Jim's sworn rival, like hanging a wanted poster over the internet. No captions, no hashtags, just pure disrespect. Fans screamed, old beats resurrected. Harlem and Queens timelines went ballistic. It was petty genius, a masterstroke of trolling. Yayo didn't need to say a word. That post said, you're still haunted by your own ghosts, and I know it. It was chess, not checkers. And Jim, he felt it. Because the one name he can't hear without wincing is Max B. This whole feud isn't about loyalty or money, that's just the disguise. What's really burning beneath the surface is legacy. Every rapper over 40 in this story is fighting to prove they're still that guy. Jim Jones wants respect like it's overdue royalty checks. Tony Yayo wants relevance, a reminder that he's not just 50's right-hand man, but a story of loyalty personified. And Memphis Bleak, he just wants peace, but hip-hop doesn't do peace, it does podcasts, posts, and petty. Every quote becomes a headline, every headline becomes a diss, and every diss becomes another viral moment for fans who weren't even born when Dipset Anthem dropped. The irony? These legends once shaped the soundtracks of our youth, but now they're shaping comment sections instead of charts. It's not about who's better, it's about who still matters. The booth is turned into a battleground for ego preservation. You can feel it, that hunger to stay in the conversation, that itch to remind the world, I'm still here. It's tragic and hilarious all at once, like watching gladiators fight with microphones instead of swords. Meanwhile, their proteges are starving for attention, wondering when it's their turn to shine. The new generation's out here flipping 15-second freestyles into $1 million deals, while the OGs are debating who got a better motivational speech from Hav back in 03. The kids are looking at them like, uncles, please drink some water, drop a verse, not another interview. It's giving midlife crisis with a beat. And let's be honest, this feud isn't dying, it's mutating. Every interview, every comment, every podcast mic becomes a trigger. Mention loyalty, money, or Jay-Z's name, and boom, another veteran rapper catches a stray on a random Tuesday. Because the truth is, hip-hop doesn't crave closure, it craves chaos. Drama sells better than maturity. Beef gets more clicks than brotherhood, and until someone drops a platinum single instead of another bitter soundbite, this won't be a rap beef, it'll be a midlife crisis set to a beat. So here we are, Jim barking, Yayo trolling, Bleak mediating, and Stack Bundle's name echoing through the chaos. It's funny, it's tragic, it's pure hip-hop. The real winner? The internet, because every clip, every insult, every flash of emotion keeps the culture alive. But beneath the memes lies the truth. All these men are haunted by legacy. They built empires from concrete. Now they're fighting ghosts made of pride. Whose side are you on? Team Jim Jones or Team Yayo? Drop it in the